G'day folks, and welcome back to the channel for episode number 10 of our Lightning Caster Paladin playthrough, where I've just been into Devil's Crossing, one to bank all the junk that I had in my inventory at the end of the last one and sell, and also I talked to, what's her name, Amanda Hug and Kiss, that's who I talked to, and she gave me this potion, which is for resetting my attributes, which I'm not going to use, but it is a good source of them. I think you get 2 per difficulty, and I'm pretty sure they added them as a craftable with the 1.2 patch, but regardless, I got that, and she gave me a level. Now, I'm going to put a couple of points into Steel Resolve, because I am going to be removing this belt, assuming I can find one with +1 to Inquisitor skills. But I am going to remove that, and I do want Steel Resolve still at around 10, because if you have a look at my Ether resistances, they're actually really bad, and they're kind of fixed, or fixed in air quotes, by Word of Renewal. So I do want the levels in that skill. And because of that, I am going to put another point in here as well. So this will be 10 out of 10 when I take that belt off. Actually, no, because I'll get one from the other one. Okay, we're done here. But I want to get that at 10 out of 10 after skill points. So that's one thing. That's the second thing we already talked about. Another thing is Zolhan's battle plate dropped towards the end of the previous episode, and if you look at the armor value on it, it's way better than the Herald's jacket. It's not almost double, but it's 120 more, 127 if you want to do exact answers. And it also has a chance to avoid projectiles, which, you know, it's okay. But mostly I want it for the armor. So I'm going to swap that in, which means I need my scaled hide back. Okay, next up, we're about to go through, well, after we do Barrowholm, we'll be going through a cthonic rift. So I want to keep my chaos resistance, and if you have a look at my amulet, I have black tallow on it, which is 6% less damage from chthonics, and same again for my metal. Now, black tallows are not super expensive, but they're also not cheap, and same with the Aether Souls, which I'm pretty sure I talked about in the last episode. Anyway, Aether Souls are 24 Aether Crystals each, so you don't want to just be throwing them away. So, with regards to that, I went and farmed a new medal and a new amulet. And these are the ones I'm going to put on once I get through the Chthonic Rift. So I'm going to put these on there, and once I get to 46, once I get to 46 I'll be using this one. But I'm expecting to be going through that rift before I can use that. Regardless, this is better, so if I am level 46 by the time I need the Aether Souls, I'll just melt this and put the Aether Soul on this one. But for right now, I want to keep the Black Tallow because we're about to go through the Chthonic Rift. And the other thing I wanted to point out was with regards to the living rings. You don't want these. Don't be baited by living rings. You want vine rings. If you can get good resistance on a living ring, it may be worth using, but the one you want is the vine ring. So, yeah. Keep that in mind. I'm actually going to go bank that potion. And I might just bank those perdition items as well. I'm not expecting to use them, but I think I'm going to collect these. Just to kind of see how many actually drop in a run. Okay, with that said, that is today's waffling done, or at least the beginning of the episode waffling. Let's go to Barrowholm. Now, I ended the episode last time just as we were walking in, so I'm pretty sure I haven't spoke to anyone in here yet. Yeah, I kind of ran up here and then ended the episode. So let's head back in. We're going to talk to Scorv. We don't need an Amadia's Eye for this build, so we're going to side with them because they have augments and stuff. So we will be friendly with Barrowholm. And this means we get to do the Barrowholm quests, which are actually pretty good XP. Okay, yep, I'll get it done, no worries. And yep, I'll rescue your people for you. Okay, so each of those guys, I believe, has 2 quests. What's out here? There's the wards, there's the rescue the people, there's the kill the pests in the mine. Is there another one? I think that might be it. Anyway, head north, grab this first ward, and we'll kill a few cannibals along the way, even though we're actually helping them. Okay, and along the top here, you're going to find these little wooden pens, and inside the wooden pens, you may find some people. You will find some eventually. There's 2 groups of people that you need to rescue. You can see that star there on the map. Here's my people that I need to save. And, you know, out of the wooden cage and into the stew pot, as the saying goes. So I've sent those back to Barrowholm. Let's kill these trees. I'm not against trees per se, but these ones have made of rings, and I need some new rings. Specifically, I do want to replace this. I'm looking at my poison res, and this amulet has 48%, so if I take that off, we're down to the funny number. So I do want to get, what is it? It's not living ring, vine ring. I want to get a vine ring with, Bloodthirsty Bloom, with some poison res on it. At +6 to Rune of Callistor is also really good. What is Rune of Callistor? It's already capped, actually. So +6 to Rune of Callistor actually is going to be well, it's going to be +3 with one more ring. But it's going to be +3 to whatever I want, because I get to take points out of that skill and put them wherever. Okay, that would have been really good on my Death Knight. It's the wrong base item, but it's the right affixes. Okay, Barrowholm Mine. It's been a few times since I've been here and not killed everything and, you know, screwed it up and have to come back. But just be aware that if you don't kill all of the crabs when you come through here, and it's the pit, the yellow ones, where are we? There's none of these. These crabs don't count. It's the ones with yellow names that start with a P. I'll find one and then I'll point it out. Hang on, that was... It's none of these either. It's definitely not the Venom Gaze Basilisks. But there's a specific type of crab, and you gotta get all of them. And the way you get all of them is you have to walk in every little section of the map. There's a couple areas in particular where they like to hang out underground. And if you don't get them all, you'll have to come back, basically, is the gist of what I'm trying to say. It's not you, it's not any of you. No. No. Spike shells? Nah, none of this, none of this. Oh, it's alright, we'll find some. You don't actually have to kill the basilisks, but, I mean, there's really no reason not to. They're made of XP, so... Alright, and they're all dead. The other thing to watch out for is, yep, here it is, the treasure trove. None of these crabs. But there is a treasure trove in here. There's a few different places it can spawn. I'm not 100% solid on exactly where all of them are, but obviously there's one here. There it is, Pit Creeper. The Pit Creepers are the ones we're after. So, anyway, just kill all the crabs, and then you don't have to worry about it. One of the spots I've found that often gets missed is just here, so kill off these idiots, and then I'll kind of show you what I mean. You know, walk on the thing. There you go. So if you walk down here, they will... Oh, they've already done it. That was the group. Okay. You gotta walk down here, and these crabs will crawl out of the ground. I don't know why they came out early, but that one's easy to miss, and there's a couple others, which I'll point out as we get to them. One of the potential locations for the treasure trove is down here somewhere. This is one that I'm not 100% sure on, but I think it's kind of against this wall here. It may be in here somewhere, but it's sort of this room or that room. There's one of the locations you can get the treasure trove. One thing I'm starting to note as well is, maybe not, but I was thinking my energy is running a bit low. It's not a problem, I haven't used an energy potion yet, but it's something to keep an eye on. Okay, Essence of Baroneth. Is that a skills amulet? It is not. There's one of those amulets with a name that's similar that has +1 to all skills. I can't remember the name of it exactly, but it's a decent amulet. Okay, just over here is another little crabs crawl out of the ground area. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm remembering wrong, maybe it's this one up here, but one of these little side areas off to the left through here has that issue. Right, now we've got ghost crabs, so maybe we'll get a nice new belt here. It's not looking good though, is it? Okay, some crabs here. These may be the ones I was thinking of. They may have already come out of the ground. But the general idea is just walk everywhere. Or at least into each and every little side area. And they could be like, you know, random sometimes as well. I'm not 100% certain about it. Like I said, it's been a few times, probably 7 or 8 times now that I've come through here and I've just killed everything and it's just worked. But I have in the past missed a couple, and it's really frustrating to have to come and clear the entire mine again, or potentially come back to an empty mine and just find the 3 monsters you missed, or whatever, however many you happen to miss. It can be quite frustrating. Alright, so we'll bash all the rest of these crabs, and the boss at the end of this mine? Cave? Mine? It's a mine, isn't it? Yeah, it's a mine. The boss at the end of the mine is guaranteed to drop the +1 Inquisitor skills belt. He will drop it every single time. Now, whether it's going to be good is another question, and whether the affixes on it are going to be something I want is another question as well. So, potentially, we're about to get a new belt. Well, we're definitely going to get the belt, but whether or not I use it is another question. So here's an accent shade, and this one will 100% every single time drop the belt. Good thing we're standing in the Inquisitor's seal, or this might be hurting a fair bit more. Alright, so we got a Glacial of the Cabal. We got a triple rare. Glacial is crap. We don't want Glacial, so we basically got Ugdenbog Wasteguard of the Cabal. And it's, I mean, it's not great. So we'll lose a little bit of poison, we'll gain a bit of bleeding, we'll gain some Aether, so it's not the end of the world. We'll also be converting Aether to Elemental, which I don't care about, but that is also a level 55 belt. We're level 44, so that's 11 levels away. Yeah, that's not great. So we won't be using that for a while. But if you need a +1 Inquisitor belt, this guy right here, this guy is your man, or, you know, your crab. There is, as far as I know, there are no other ghost crabs in the game that are guaranteed to drop it. There's a bunch of them that can, but they're not guaranteed to drop it like he is. Okay, I think we're done in the cave. So let's see if we can't get out of here. And I'm pretty sure as well that I went to every single little area and stepped on, you know, each individual room at least once. So I'm fairly confident that I got all of the crabs. I'm actually fairly confident that I got all of the everythings. There may be a couple things left on this platform perhaps, because I didn't walk on here, but everywhere else I've been, pretty sure I got everything. We'll find out when I go back to town. Do I have... Yes, I already have my Leafmane horn, so we're good there. That just leaves one more group of travelers to the south here, and I think 2 more wards. Yeah, the eastern and the southern. Now if you're coming through here on Elite, I've been jumped by Chupacabra many times in this little section here. I think he has... I want to say 3 or 4 spawn locations over here, but he has a couple at least. And you can just be walking along, minding your own business, and then boom! Angry giant Leafmane trying to eat your face. If you're anything like me, you like your face, not because it's particularly pretty, but because it's the only one you got. So, bad news for everybody, except Kuba, I guess. Although if you can kill him, it might be bad news for him as well. Alright, so that was our second to last ward, and also our second ward. And the third slash last ward is right here. And then you have the, I'm going to call it an issue. It's not really an issue, but you have the problem of finding where the last set of travelers are. Because they're always, the last one of these you check is where they will be. And I'm having my usual problem of trying to go through here and then working out that actually our character can't walk through. What is that even? Is that even ankle deep water? Where are we? I'm going to go over there and have a look. I know it's kind of a waste of time. Get out of the way. Yeah, so just over here. This water, you could probably jump across that gap. I'm fairly confident you should be able to walk across that. Anyway, we can't walk across that, so it is what it is. Successfully collected a few friends, so we'll go ahead and kill them. And you know me, I'm doing this totem. Alright, and we'll get... Let's go probably 4 or 5 of these down. Put another seal over there. Ah, that'll do. Alright, and everybody's dead, which is just how I like it. So we got the Inferno Relic. We got the Storm Scion, which is an offhand, which means we can't use it, but it is kind of lightning related. And the Brawler's Gloves, which we're not going to use. Now I'm checking, so of Destruction I think is Fire and Lightning, which, I mean, we could use it. It'd be a big downgrade in armor, so no. That's a helmet, so we can't use that. It doesn't look like any of this is going to be particularly good. Hey, I did it. Successfully found them without going to every single cage. So I think there's 2 more cages over sort of here and here, but I don't have to go there, which is lovely. Let's go find out if we killed all the crabs. So, Barrowholm has the most needlessly long walking distance to get to the town of any rift gate. All the other towns just have a rift gate pretty much inside them or at the front door. This one, no, you gotta go. Okay, I did successfully collect all of those. I should be wearing my XP gear because we are turning in a bunch of quests. Okay, and he's a little bit cagey about where the survivors we sent them are, which is, you know, pretty obvious once you work out that these guys are cannibals. Okay, and we'll deal with Laria now. Will we deal with her now? Yeah, I think we will. Alright, put our gear back on. And Laria is going to be Ugdenbog. And then we run to the north. So you'll see her little house show up there on the map. That's where we're going. And your choice is, you're either going to kill her, or you're going to warn her and she's going to run away, and then the cannibals are going to kill her, or something kills her and the cannibals find her body. Whether they killed her themselves is a little bit unclear. So, if you kill her, you get Wendigo reputation, or I should stop calling it Wendigo cult. You get Barrowholm reputation, and you lose Coven reputation. Now, I want the Coven gear because they have some interesting stuff. So I'm going to warn her, and I'll worry about getting Barrowholm reputation later, because generally the only things I want from them in most playthroughs is either their rings, which we're not using their rings in this build. We're using Coven rings. And I also want their bleeding augments. I think they have that. Anyhow, we're not going to kill her. She'll give us a Wendigo spirit, so if you haven't done Ugdal yet, and I don't remember if we did him or not, let's see if we have it completed here. Devil's Crossing. Probably be quicker to run out there. Search for Ogden, blah 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 blah. Glimwold Stash, Red Ugdenbog. I don't see any. I probably haven't done it, but I have the Wendigo Spirit now. I'm also, if I haven't done it now, I'm not going to walk all the way out there to do it again. So we're done here. And like I said, I'm going to skip actually doing that quest now. I think it's just too much running for too little XP. So we're going to skip that. We'll run out the back here and talk to Skorv. Yeah. We'll tell him how we were good little errand boys and killed the witch for him. And he's going to be very happy. And then later on he'll be a little bit snide when we find the body anyway. Okay, is there anything... Yep, no. So we need Honored with them now to get their next quest. So you can see up here, we need... No, we need Respected, not Honored. Okay. Anyway, regardless, we can't get any more quests from them for just now. So we'll head back to the Coven's Refuge, and we got a bunch of stuff to turn in. So I've got my Explorer's stuff on. I'm going to sell things as well while we're here. Don't want any of this. Did I just sell that belt? No, still keeping that. Sell, sell, sell. Buy that back. Okay. So we talked to Garadia here, and we'll have a whole bunch of quests to give her. Okay, and seems simple enough. That was the wrong option. Alright. Okay, and we turned all that in, and we've made it to 45, so we got one level and, you know, a bit, so probably not even a whole level, but it's good XP. We're going to have +2 to all Inquisitors, because we'll have one from the amulet and one from the belt, so I'm happy to leave that at 8 hard points. And let me just double check where the rest of the points are going. I think we're done, and we're going to be starting, or continuing with Oathbringer. Or Oathkeeper, sorry. Alright, got a new movement skill. Which actually you know what? I'm happy with this one. I'm going to skip Vias for now. It's a good movement skill, and you could have 2, but I'm going to skip it for now. We also rescued the witches, so we can go and speak to Guardian Cyndia. Okay, there's another bit of XP, and let's go ahead and chuck our combat clothes back on, because we're going to talk to Matron Malastria. Is this the Wraiths? Where are we?
You have proven resourceful.
Oh no, we haven't got enough reputation for them yet. That's fine. Okay, so now we are ready to go through to Malmouth. So this is where you want to make sure your chaos resistances are maxed. You want to make sure your vitality resistances are maxed. Probably should have made sure to empty your inventory, but I didn't, so we'll just chuck all this over here. This is my OCD kicking in again. Okay. So we're going through the Chthonic Rift. There's some kind of scary stuff in here. Make sure your fire resistances are capped as well, because Ekadzul exists, and if you don't have good fire resistances, he will kill you. But just in general, we are fighting Chthonics, so we want vitality, fire, and chaos is the main 3, basically. So we'll just run up the hill here. And I'm going to kill a few things on the way. I'm not terribly fussed about killing everything, but this guy's got a star on his head, so I do want to kill him. There he goes. Salt Core Bolter will be some nice iron bits for us. And that's one good thing about a miner type character, or a trap character, is you can kind of just throw it on the floor and keep going, and you'll be fine. You know what? Come over here. There you go.
I can't do that yet.
I happen to know there's going to be some friends coming just here. There they are, and there they go. Okay, nearly done here. And this is the next quest. So we click on that, we'll open this portal here, and we go on through. So, here we go, into the Rift. Alright, welcome to the Desolate Wastes, and there's not a huge amount of stuff in here to do. So we more or less just want to get to the northern side. There is, actually, let's go have a look for the Exalted Chest. So the Exalted Chest is kind of up here under a skull. Now, it's not here and you can tell, oh no, it is here. Wait, is it? I was going to say it's not here and you can tell because there's no, like, glowy red lightning, but looks like some of the monsters are making some. If it was there, it looks like a big red crystal, or a big black crystal surrounded by, like, glowy red lightning. It's kind of cool. You'll probably see it up here. Looks kind of like one of these, but more glowy, more lightning. Alright, let's kill a few of these. These obsidian defilers and such may have new shield. Aggressive of scorching is not really what we're after. Let's see if we can get this guy as well. No shield for us, unfortunate. It doesn't look like I'm going to find the Exalted Chest either, but that's fine. Exalted Chests, in my mind, are kind of not really worth looking for. If you find them, great. If you know where these spawn points are, then, you know, kind of walk to the spawn points on the way to where you're going, but don't really go too far out of your way to find them. Okay. So Void's Edge is kind of the, I'm going to call it the dangerous area. This whole place is kind of dangerous, but Void's Edge is where Ekadzul lives, and he's the only thing between here and the end of Patches of Malmouth that I'm actually a little bit worried about. So before you go in, like I mentioned earlier, fire resistance, especially for Ekadzul, chaos, and vitality are the ones you want. And you really need all of them. The reason I'm kind of a little bit worried about him is because of his attacks. He puts volcanoes on the ground, similar to Gargle Balls does. And if you happen to be standing right in the middle of it, and you get hit by all of those projectiles, it's really going to hurt. So, something to keep in mind. If you can keep moving, it's probably a good idea to do it. And if you can't keep moving, might be a good idea to just do it anyway, honestly. Okay, so we've got there's a boss behind this door, and Ekadzul's going to fly down from the roof. Do you mind? I'm trying to talk here. And he flaps his wings at you, which I'm pretty sure is going to sunder, because a lot of those do now. And he puts volcanoes in the floor, and that's kind of all you really need to know. So let's trigger him. When you run near this crystal with the head on it, that's when he triggers. I'm watching. Yep, it definitely does sunder. So there's his volcano. You can see it spitting projectiles there. How did you get in here? Oh, these are the guys that were at the door. Okay. So yeah, if you see his wings go off and then you see him cast anything else, run. Because if it is the volcano and you're sundered, and it will always spawn directly under you, so yeah, it's bad news time if you're sundered and have to eat that volcano. I mean, it's bad news time if you have to eat a volcano in general. Probably doesn't taste very good either. I expect it tastes like pain. Okay, Ulgrim. So we can talk to him. There's one option in here that says something like attack. Don't click on that. He will kill you. Okay, so this one here, the one that says attack. Don't click that. Okay, we'll find us a way out. So from here, you basically just head north until you see the rift gate, or the exit, basically, and go through it, and that's it. I have, for some reason, decided to take the scenic route, which is not ideal. Kill a few of these off, though. I totally meant to come this way. Because XP. They're all made out of XP, and I need levels. Yeah, that's a good reason. They'll buy that. Generally speaking, I don't tend to do that. If I need XP, I'll just kill stuff. Alright, where's my exit? There it is. So you see the star on the map. Just before I go through, though, where is it? Over here. This little head. You can run through it, and there's a little stash there. This is basically a hidden spoils chest, just with a different graphic and name. As usual with those kinds of chests, you are unlikely to find anything good there, but it is possible. Okay, don't forget to talk to Ulgrim. It's actually really easy to miss him. If you're standing sort of here, or even here, you can see where the exclamation mark that he has a quest is kind of under that bit of broken wall. It's very easy to miss that he exists at all. Alright. Okay. We're now through the Chthonic rift, but we still have a couple of cultists and such to deal with, so I'm gonna kill these. We have made it to 46, so that extra metal that I went and farmed up is completely useless. And it's actually going to have cost me money, which is annoying, but yeah, it is what it is. Yep, go ahead and follow me, I dare you. But that's fine, we'll head back to Devil's Crossing once we're actually into the city. And I will be swapping the Black Tallow amulet and medal for the Wrathstone ones. Or sorry, the Aethersoul ones. Because from here until the end of this act, so the swamp section is basically an act, and that's going to be Act 5. And so this is also kind of basically an act, like the whole city is an act, and we call that Act 6. It's kind of not, but also kind of is. Alright, Faith's Guard. Can't use it. No good. The one correct MI we found on the way through, aggressive of scorching. The scorching side of things is not great, and aggressive is 4% offensive ability. So what I actually want is something with physical resist on the shield, so I want a durable of something lightning related. Unfortunately I'm not going to get it, but yeah, that's what I want. If I could pick my shield, I want durable of lightning, whatever the lightning rare affix that gives me a lightning proc it's called. Whatever that is, I want it. Hey, there's another perdition piece. Add that to the pile. Definitely not using that one as it is a helmet. But this playthrough has kind of convinced me that farming the perdition set is actually kind of viable now. It was always like borderline, where I know you can do it, but I did it in the Season 5 or 6, whatever the most recent one is. I think it's Season 5. I actually farmed the perdition set with the character that was going to use it in that mod. And it was definitely doable, but I think I started farming it around 38, and then I just did nothing but totems for, I think, 8 levels, 46 or something like that. Which is, yeah, it's not great, let's put it that way. Okay, good. So, this portal is actually, I'd forgotten about this area. I am going to go in there, I am going to kill Dravis' thrall and his friends, and we are going to get the quest item. This particular portal here has 3 different spawn points. One is just here, and you'll see, I'll point out how I usually find it. It's this little weird shape on the map. Looks kind of like a tap if you took the twisty part off. And we're going with tap, and it doesn't look like anything else, okay? It's a tap with the knob twisted off. And not that kind of knob. Anyway, it looks like a faucet. And at the end of that, you can find one of the potential spawn locations for the Cthonic area. I can never remember the name of it. I always want to call it Whimsydale, but That's not the right word. Okay, we got a double rare, and we picked up another piece of the Perdition set. So I've now got these two in the bank, and another 2 here, so I can have the entire set if I want it. 46 again, but I haven't exactly been focusing on totems. Anyway, what is that ring? Good resist? No. +2 to Steel Resolve, though. Yeah, I do like Steel Resolve. So +2 to Steel Resolve at the moment is probably, what, 4% for Aether and Chaos, so it's not great. Anyway, we will go in to the Chthonic Rift. Cinder Wastes, there we go. I spent forever farming this place for Rylock Crests, and I could never remember the name of it. So we have spawned at the southern tip, and there's basically three things in here that kind of matter. 4 really. So in the south here, there's a couple spawn points for Gabalthun, and he's a little bit scary. Not too bad, but a little bit scary. There's also several spawn points in here for the Chthonic Nemesis. Gravithor, I think his name is. So he can spawn in here. So here's Gabalthun, who we're going to kill. He seems to have come on his own this time, which is nice. Also seems to be particularly weak to lightning, which I'm okay with that. And he did drop a Rylock Crest as well. What did I just put on? Weapon. Okay. Where's my Kilrian's weapon? Oh, don't have Kilrian's anymore. That's a lot of armor. Okay, I might be using those. I forget what I was going to say, but moving on. The next thing here is, see, minion of Dravis. He'll be standing next to a giant skeleton golem thing. I don't even know what to call them. Skeletal monstrosity, I think they're called. Anyway, Bandragos is his name. This is the quest monster that I wanted to come in here for. And boom, there goes the dynamite. Everybody falls down. Now these guys will heal the big fella. Allegedly. No, I have seen them heal him. There he goes. Back to full health. So, we're going to kill them first. And I was kind of not really stopped casting, but a little bit. Just wanted to see if they would actually heal him. Okay, where'd the other one go? Is he dead? There he goes. He's dead now. And there's the big guys down. So Dravis's offering is what we came in here for. This is a quest item, and we will need to give that to Dahlia, whatever her name is. So now it's time to find the exit. The other thing in here that is kind of fun is Lunel Valgoth spawns on the next floor down, which we're not going to go to. But we could go there and kill her. And she drops the +1 to Occultist belt and also the +1 to Necromancer belt. And there's a fun interaction with a quest right next to her that happens in Forgotten Gods too, if you're interested in that. Depending on which outcome of the quest you choose, will actually change what spawns in, is it the Temple of Atef? Anyway, you can go in here, and this one in the center of the map with the stairs kind of making a cross. This will take you to the second part. I'm not interested in doing those quests today, so we're just going to find the exit. Top left over here is one of the spots the treasure trove can spawn. This is where I generally find it. Not always, but generally. I'm kind of halfway hoping that if I kill enough of those guys, they'll give me a better shield, but so far, no dice. So, hidden stash just here. Again, you're not going to get amazing gear out of that. We checked everywhere except over here, so I'm guessing that's where the exit is, or I've walked very close to it and didn't quite uncover it. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be over here. Yep, there it is. So we jump out, and we are back to Morndale. So this is where one of the other spots is that you can go in. Basically these red kind of symbols on the ground. There's 3 of them out here, as far as I know there's 3. But they will either have the portal in the middle of them or not. Now, we can't actually turn this quest in, so Dela is over here. This little bridge here, you'll see Dela Thornsbury is right here. I'm going to actually leave a rift here, because we need to come back to her, and she has several quests I want to turn in. That's a lot of damage. Let's not be there. But for now, we need to head into the city in order to find one of those quests. Successfully put my rune up on a cliff, which is not great. Okay, I do want to kill these crystals because, you know me, I love my 8th crystals. Taking a decent amount of damage from these guys now, and I'm pretty sure it's... whoa. It's because of my Aether Res, which actually it can't be, it's just take a lot of damage. So Aether Res is actually capped right now. So we don't even need to swap these over. I'm going to, because actually I can do that right here. So we'll just swap that one in, leave this one here, and we'll swap that one in. And you know what? We're going to use the slightly worse one. And that one I'm going to keep. Well, I'm going to keep all of them. But we're going to use the slightly worse one because I don't want to clear my rift just yet. Okay, I'm actually going to run away from this. Alright, here we go. It's all under control. Okay, so in this little section here, we've got, you may be able to see it here, some stairs. I want to go through them, but I want to go in from the other end. So we're going to find the other side of those stairs, or the other side of that area, which is going to be this one right here. And we're going to go down there, but since we're right next to the rift anyway, I'll do that first. What order you do this in doesn't really matter. This is a fight rift though, so I think we can stack a whole bunch of these. Yeah, it'll do. This is not a particularly hard fight. Famous last words. Alright, there we go. Oh, and these idiots have come down from upstairs. Okay, so we can talk to him. We agree to his quest. And 47 has been achieved, so we're working through Inquisitor. I'm double checking, or sorry, we're working through Oathkeeper. Double checking the skills, but it's pretty much what I thought, which was beeline for Guardians. Don't feel like you're missing out on stuff either by just pumping the bar. Every point in this bar is giving me a bunch of physique, cunning, spirit, health, and energy. So you're not missing out by getting points in the bar. You need the whole bar anyway. You're just getting, you know, stats might be boring, but you do need them. So don't feel like you're missing out. Yes, there's cool skills you could be getting now, but they don't really work with the build. Alright, is Turnox home today? Turnox is not home. That's fine. What we want is Dravis's letter here. And we are now done with Dela's quest. At least for normal. There is more to this quest in Ultimate, but we're not in Ultimate just yet. So now, because I haven't cleared my rift, let's actually go a little bit further. I promise I'm going to go back and use that rift at some point. I just need to get my hands on this devotion point right here. Also, nobody mentioned it in the comments, but I think... Let me double check before I say this. No, I did get it. Okay. I had it in my head that I missed the, I missed one of the devotion points in the necropolis, the one that kind of goes into the tomb, and you fight the ghouls and run all the way around the entire edge of the map and get to the center. But apparently I did it, so never mind. Right, heading back to the rift, we'll go talk to Dela, we'll give her her stuff, and then we'll be back into the sewers. Now the sewers, this is a massive problem, actually, looking at it. I may have to melt this just to keep the poison and acid resist, because that level of poison and acid res is a huge problem. I cannot walk around with resistances that low. Okay, so you know what? Let's get some free XP here.
I hope you're ready to write the...
Yep, absolutely. I'd love to write the next chapter of your book. Is this what you're looking for? Been there, done that. Never mind, thank you very much. Now, Dela will give you a free weapon. I believe she gave me this one. And in ultimate difficulty, she will give you a legendary weapon, which is a fire weapon. I want to say it's called Blazeheart, but don't quote me on that. But she will give you a fire dagger in ultimate every single time. But in normal and elite, I believe it's a random blue weapon. Okay. Alright, I'm going to head back to the Coven's Refuge now, and I'm going to end this episode here. So come back next time and we'll do all of Malmouth, but that'll be it for now, so I'll see you in the next one, and goodbye for now.